Most people think triathlon is for genetic freaks in compression sleeves with $12,000 bikes. I'm here to tell you that's complete nonsense. I am JT. I have completed more than 100 plus triathlons. I've crossed 31 Ironman finish lines, including the World Championship in Kona and multiple ultra marathons. And I'm going to give you the entire sport in the next 10 minutes: the distances, the gear, the lingo, and exactly how to start. No fluff, no gatekeeping. I co founded Salt Mile, an endurance community powered by Wingman Coaching. If you can swim a few laps, ride a bike, and jog for 30 minutes, you already have the foundation. Let's build the rest together. A triathlon is one continuous race with three sports back to back. You swim, then you bike, then you run. The clock never stops, including the time you spend changing between sports. That changeover is called a transition, and we'll get to those because they're a race within the race. What surprises most beginners is that the swim is almost always first, the bike is in the middle, and the run is last. There's a reason for that order: safety, mostly. You don't want exhausted athletes in open water. There are four distances you need to know. Memorize these: sprint, a 750-meter swim, a 20-kilometer bike, and a 5K run. About a half mile, 12 and a half miles, and a 5K. This is where 95% of you should start. Olympic, sometimes called standard, double the sprint. 1.5K swim, 40K bike, 10K run. Half Ironman, also called the 70.3 because it's 70.3 total miles, a 1.2 mile swim, 56-mile bike, and a half marathon. And the full Ironman, or 140.6, a 2.4 mile swim, 112-mile bike, and a full 26.2 mile marathon. To finish, here's my coaching advice after 31 Ironmans. Do not start with a 70.3. Start with a sprint. The sprint is not a participation trophy. It's a serious event that teaches you everything you need to know without breaking your body or your calendar. If you walk into a triathlon shop, you'll leave thinking you need to spend 10 grand. You don't. For your first sprint triathlon, here's the truth. Any roadworthy bike is legal. A hybrid, a mountain bike, a road bike you bought used on Facebook Marketplace, they all work. I've seen people. Here's the actual non-negotiable list for race day. 1. A bike that's been tuned up and is safe to ride. 2. A helmet. And this one matters. You will be disqualified, no exceptions, if you touch your bike before your helmet is on and buckled. Pros get DQ'd for this every year. 3. Goggles. Don't wait until race morning to find out yours leak. 4. Running shoes you've actually trained in. 5. A tri-suit, or honestly just snug athletic shorts and a sports top. The tri-suit is the one piece of specialty gear I recommend because you wear it from the swim through the run without changing. It dries fast, it has a small pad for the bike, and it eliminates an entire transition headache. Finish on bikes I wouldn't trust to ride to the grocery store. They had a blast. Now the upgrades, in the order I'd actually buy them: elastic laces, like $5. Save you 30 seconds in transition because you don't tie a bow with shaky hands. A race belt to clip your bib number 2 so you don't pin a number to a wet tri-suit at 4 in the morning. A wetsuit, only if your race is in cold, open water. Most sprints are wetsuit legal up to 78 degrees. Rent one for your first race. Don't buy. And a basic bike computer or just your watch to track distance. Total damage for entry-level gear if you don't already own a bike: $500 to $1,500, less if you borrow. The sport's reputation for being expensive is mostly people projecting their hobby budget onto you. Ignore them. Walk into a race expo and the language will hit you like a foreign country. Let me translate. T1 is the swim to bike transition. T2 is the bike to run transition. A brick is a back-to-back workout, usually a bike followed immediately by a run. Why brick? Because that's what your legs feel like the first time you try it. Train these. They are non-negotiable. Sighting is the act of lifting your eyes during the swim to make sure you're going the right direction. In open water, there are no lane lines. Drafting in the swim is fine and encouraged. Drafting on the bike, meaning riding close behind another rider to save energy, is illegal in age group triathlon. You'll get a time penalty. DNF means did not finish. DNS means did not start. Try not to collect either. And AG means age group. That's you. You're racing against people in your 5-year age bracket, not the pros. The transition area is a fenced-off zone with rows of bike racks. Each athlete gets a small spot, usually just the width of your handlebars, to lay out everything you need. Coaches call transition the fourth discipline of triathlon. It's where races are lost, where penalties happen, and where panicked beginners run out the wrong exit. I've done it. So has every pro you've watched on TV. Here's the layout that works: helmet on your handlebars, straps open and facing up, sunglasses tucked inside it, a small towel on the ground next to your bike. On top of the towel, bike shoes if you use them, then running shoes behind those, with your race belt and visor on top of the running shoes. That's it. No coolers, no folding chairs, no balloons tied to your spot. Yes, people do that, and yes, every coach in the parking lot is judging them. Less stuff, fewer mistakes. 12 weeks. That's the standard runway to your first sprint triathlon if you have a basic fitness base. If you're starting from absolute zero, give yourself 16. The minimum effective dose is 2 sessions per sport per week plus 1 brick. So 6 to 7 workouts, totaling 6 to 7 hours. That's it. People who tell you you need to train 15 hours a week for a sprint are selling you something. Let's be honest about where most beginners get stuck. It's the swim, always. Running and cycling are intuitive. Swimming is technique driven, and adult onset swimmers fight the water until somebody teaches them not to. My advice: take 3 to 5 private swim lessons before you do anything else. Not group classes, private lessons with a coach who has trained triathletes. The breathing pattern, the body rotation, the bilateral kick, these are unlocked by a coach in about an hour. Trying to YouTube your way through it will cost you months. And don't skip open water practice. The pool teaches you to swim. The lake teaches you not to panic. On the bike, the only thing that matters in your first season is comfort and time in the saddle. Don't worry about wattage. Don't buy aero bars. Get out and ride 2 to 3 times a week for an hour. One ride should be longer, building up to about an hour and 15 minutes, which roughly mimics race pace. On the run, follow the 80-20 rule that nearly every endurance coach lives by. 80% of your running should be easy, conversational pace. 20% can be harder intervals or tempo work. Most beginners get this backwards and burn out. And the brick. Once a week, ride for 30 to 45 minutes, then immediately run for 10 to 20 minutes. Your legs will feel like jelly. That's the point. You're teaching your body the transition that race day demands. Race morning, you'll wake up at 4 a.m. wondering why you signed up for this. Every triathlete in history has had this exact thought. Then you'll drive to the venue, get marked with your race number on your arm and calf in permanent marker, and walk your bike into transition. Set up your spot, walk the route from the swim exit to your bike, then from your bike to the run exit. Memorize landmarks. My bike is 3 racks past the orange flag. In the chaos after the swim, your brain will be in a fog. Landmarks save you. Then you line up by predicted swim time, the gun goes off, and you start your race. 3 rules. Write these down. 1. Don't try anything new on race day. Not new shoes, not new gels, not new socks. Whatever you race with, you've trained with. 2. Helmet on and buckled before you touch your bike. Helmet off only after your bike is racked. Reverse order at the dismount line. Get this wrong, you go home with a DQ. 3. Have fun. I know that sounds soft. It's not. The athletes who finish strong are the ones who smile through the suffering. The ones who white-knuckle it tend to blow up. Triathlon is hard enough. Don't make it harder by being miserable. Here's your homework. Before you close this video, open a new tab and go to ironman.com, useatriathlon.org, or just search Sprint Triathlon near me. Find a race that's 12 to 16 weeks out. Sign up. The deadline does the discipline for you. Crossing your first triathlon finish line changes how you see yourself. I've been at this for over a decade across 31 Ironmans, and I still remember my first sprint better than most of them. That feeling that you swam, biked, and ran your way across a finish line does not leave you. If you found this useful, hit subscribe. Looking for more insight, coaching, tips, nutrition guidance, and more, visit our free community Salt Mile Endurance Fitness. The link is in the description. Drop a comment with the race you're targeting. I read every one. Now stop watching and go sign up. I'll see you at a finish line.